What's up, guys? This new video is going to be on how to divide your aquarium for breeding in one side. So as you can see, my 90-gallon here is divided up differently if you've been watching my videos, and that's because I have my masterpiece male breeder coming in from corn in a few days. It just shipped out on Saturday or Friday, so it's Saturday today. So anyways, it's coming in, and I had to divide this tank to be able to breed the tank, or a breed in the tank. So you'll see this black divider here, and that divides off this section. Here's my female breeder. That divides off this section from this section. Now the special thing about this divider is it's not just like the other ones. It is made so that fry won't get through. Most of the time I will raise fry in their own tank, but if I want to breed a tank like this, what I've actually done in the past is I used a 80-gallon and I bred electric blue jack Dempseys in that 80-gallon, and I divided one half of this tank had the breeders, and I would actually let the parents or the fry grow up with the parents, and then once they were big enough to pull the electric blue Dempseys out, I would pull them out and I would stick them onto the other side of the tank, and I'd raise them out. So essentially I'd be having a pair breeding on one side with a batch, and then I'd have another batch on the other side growing out. So you have to have a divider in the tank that stops the fry from getting through, which egg crate just doesn't work. And you want to be able to do that. So I haven't done this in 8 years, but I figured it was time today to get this done again and be able to use this tank like that way if I want to. So I'm going to go over a little bit on how to make that divider for you real quick. So egg crate here, this is what my dividers are all made out of. This comes in 2-foot by 4-foot panels. It's called egg crate. It's light diffuser, so it's in the lighting section of your local Home Depot or Lowe's, or probably hardware store. And it's made for, it sticks up in the ceiling and the lights are above, and the lights go through and it stops the brightness and reflection. It's a diffuser. Well, you buy these sheets and then you just cut them to the size. I actually just take a screwdriver and kind of like smack it down on a side and rip it all off. And then you could cut it to any size of the tank. And then I take divider or suction cups and I suction cup it there. This is actually a heater suction cup. These ones you can buy on Amazon, and they come together for a piece of plexiglass to fit in between. I just break them and push them on each sides. Well, this thing's a little bit different. What I do is I take the piece of light diffuser egg crate, and I buy screen from your local hardware store in the screen section, window screen, right? Little holes. They have a few types of screens out there that are treated with things for insect repellent or whatever else. I do not use those. I try to use something that's plain and simple. And then essentially what I did is I actually laid it down and I wrapped the screen around it I actually did the whole roll, and that was about 4 or 5 times. So it was like a 12-foot sheet of screen or something. 4 or 5 times. And that, see, even right here, this is real small, but honestly, fry can get through this. So when I did it before, this has 2 sheets on each side wrapped through around. And so it actually, I think I've only ever seen a few babies get in when they're wiggler, or right after when they become swarmers and free swimmers, but not really common. And then I stick that in there. The other thing that it does is it allows water to come through the divider still. So you can have it as one tank with a heater. What I do is I stick, my output is on this side, my inlet's on this side, and so the water sucks through. I may switch that around. I may switch that to the other side so that the water is actually going through and it's not pulling the fry through, but it's actually not that bad. Actually, when I'm done with so the sheet's taller and I wrap it around, there you go, taller. When I wrap it around, I fold the edges over, so both the top and the bottom of the screen are like 8 times thick or 16 times thick, and only the middle is less covered, which is still wrapped 4 on each side. That allows most of the water to go through the middle, so it doesn't really suck up any fry that's on the bottom. There's not a lot of water movement in there. The other thing you can do is use sponge filters, which I have on my other breeder tanks. sponge filters there, and if need be, I'd set it up. A lot of the red Texas and fish from Thailand, they breed them in such small tanks over there often, so my female, I think, actually prefers it. But you see, she's got a big pot because my male is a nice beast coming in. They'll go in there. Oh, and then what I did is, I took a hose and I put a slit in the hose and I attached the hose to the sides of it all the way through, right? And so it sits there, and so then I stick it inside the aquarium, and I can actually push the hose not from sitting all the way against, so it sits up against like this, and I can push the hose out so that it creates a perfect watertight seal against the glass itself. So I do that on both sides, and then I just have the suction cups to defend it. Now, I have more bracing on the outside than the inside because I'm going to have small fish over here and I'm going to have a beast over here. So then it kind of stops them from pushing over into it. That's how I make a divider to separate a tank for breeding. So if you want to breed and raise the fry, if you pull the fry, you can pull fry. A lot of people remove the pot or the eggs right away and hatch them in their own tank with a bubbler and filter. Some people wait until they're wigglers and just hatched, and then they suck them up in another tank. I've always enjoyed watching the parents take care of them for whatever reason. And most of the parents have done a real good job, and so I usually let the parents take care of them. But sometimes you'll have bad parents and just eat the eggs. Sometimes the parents just suck at everything. Sometimes the mother's great and the father's great. So it all depends. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that, but I wanted to set up the options just in case to be able to move around. Now I have a set divider that I can move if I want to hold fry or smaller fish or raise them out in this tank rather than sticking in its own tank. I hope this is helpful to some of you guys. If you have any questions, just go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our Facebook group, Red Texas Cichlid and Hybrid Buy-Sell Trading Discussion. The link will be in, or the description. Yeah, the link will be in our description in the YouTube video below. Come join us. Let us know what you think. Get involved. You get a lot of access to different breeders and information and how to buy the fish too. So, yeah, check us out. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.